Oh gosh. You good?
Mm-hmm. Slowly. We're on.
And we're on. We good? We in all the spots?
We're everywhere we need to be.
Everywhere with this time. Okay, so this is like a passing for perfect reload. You know me because I'm Kynisha and that's Corey, and we're Corey and Kynisha passing for perfect. And this is like just a quick reload because the last episode that we just did not load the way it was supposed to. Isn't that great? So we just decided to come on here, do a quick, reload, I guess you could say a reboot. This is our first time out again in a long time. This is our first time back on, and this is gonna be our second mini episode. We're gonna get us. This is gonna be a mini episode. This is gonna be our second episode in a day today because the first one, somebody our IT guy didn't quite
Y'all blame Meta. Wasn't me. Meta. That's what Facebook is now. Meta. You didn't know that? Where have you been?
Yeah, I'm so lost and confused on that. But yeah, we in this thing one more time. And so this time, the last time, just a minute ago, like when we were on the first time, when it didn't, yeah, that time we were talking about people having issues with um couples sharing pages and really what the energy is behind someone not liking a couple to share their page if that's what they choose to do, you know. And we kind of reverbed, and now we're going with friends. We're just gonna do a quick little segment on friends. We got something? What you got? You got something?
I have technical difficulties.
Again?
Oops, I don't know what just happened. Continue. Carry on.
This guy,
You
the
know?
IT guy. So I guess we're just gonna use this as today. It's just gonna be a day of get it right, because obviously when you take a hiatus, you don't know what you're doing when you come back. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're seeing today, right now. But friends, we've been having a lot of friend things going on lately, huh? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
A
A
lot,
lot.
a lot. I don't know if it's the 2022, the double, the doubling of everything or whatever the case may be, but we have had a lot of friend things going on. Some good, some bad, some indifferent. And we just came on again just to be like, what's up with the friends and the expectations? What are your friend expectations? What are you expecting of your friends? Those that say they are friends, because that's a heavy word. That's a word that we don't just use lightly. We should not just use lightly. There are different levels to friendship. There are associates and, all these different things. But some people actually literally use that word friendship very, very loosely, I think. But also, those that use the word friendship, sometimes they have expectations that are a bit, you know, extra, a bit extra. Because you can't, for me, we expect a lot out of friends. I expect a lot out of friends, I think.
I think she expects more out of people than I do. Um, I expect people to be people. I hate humans for the most part. So my expectations from friends aren't on the same level as hers. Like I've learned to not expect from people me. I don't expect me from people because people aren't always able to or capable of living up to your expectations. So the best way to combat that is no expectations, no disappointments. Like you can't disappoint me when I don't expect anything from you. And that's been my mantra for about 20 years. Easy. Like it is what it is. Like sometimes I think in most cases, you're closer to your friends than you are in your family.
Yeah.
In most instances, you
True.
share things with with your friends that you don't share with family. And I think sometimes we as people tend to, let me try to say, um, especially with being friends, we try to put um our personal beliefs, information, tactics, or whatever it may be onto other people.
Very much.
We expect people to treat us and react to us the way we would react to them. And from to me, that's not fair because we're all different. We're all individual. We all do and think differently.
Yeah.
Like there's a baseline of as a friend, how you should support, how you should be, how you should interact. Um, and the problem is, we had this conversation with some friends today that we've been friends with for.
A long time.
I've been friends with these people for about 20 some years. She's been friends with them as long as we've been together. So she's been friends with them about 18, 17, 18 years, however long that is. And we had the conversation that y'all are friends. We consider y'all to be friends, and we know when we have an issue, we can come and talk to you. If we have an issue with you and something you did or said, and when we do, then we can talk about it, get over it, and keep it moving. We're not going to always agree. We can cuss each other out. We can tell each other you wrong. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change the friendship
Right.
because
If it's a true friendship.
we built some equity. We even went so far as to tell them something that someone else told us about them about us. We didn't go around. We went straight to the source. Like we didn't go to we didn't get into this back and forth of the social media, what you call it, the social media
Version of friends.
version of friends, or we didn't do the um, what's the word am I looking for? Um, the indirect,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Indirect, the
We ain't throwing no shade. We ain't
throwing no
throwing no
shade, no,
hints.
no, in the indirect shadow tweeting or whatever. You where you don't when you know I'm a Twitter guy, so when you're talking about somebody instead of adding them and putting their name in your comment, you just make a broad statement. So we went to these people, we sat down and we asked them. They told us how they felt. We said how we felt. We ate lunch together and we moved on. Like that's what friends do. That's what friends are. And in the midst of that conversation, they were like, "We are friends. When I need you, you're there. I can call you. I'm going to be there. We don't have to talk every day. But at the same time, you are not privy to every aspect of my life.
Right.
All my personal shit is not for you because everything that goes on in my life, no matter how well we're friends, how close we are, it's not for public
Right.
consumption.
Right.
Everything is not for everybody. And every friendship has a level. Like you're not going to share and deal with certain things with certain people who you know they can't handle the conversation, the situation, the platform. And y'all can still be great friends, but it's a level to that friendship. A new friendship, you're not going to be have the same comfort level of sharing information with someone who you've been friends with for a decade. It's just different.
And I mean, I'm not gonna say that because there are some friends that I may share
And
something with that I've only had a little bit. There's some friends that I've been had may not know, and that's based
but
on a personality
that's based on the quality of the friendship.
and personality.
Yeah, because everybody can't handle everything.
Yeah.
Everything isn't for everybody. And my biggest thing with that is know that, understand that. We I've had falling outs with a multitude of friends in my life, and a lot of it is because they view themselves in an aspect or in a light that I've never put you in. Like you're not like this isn't you're not that involved in my life that I feel like every move I make that you have to be a part of. That's not what's up.
Right. I think that what we have to do as adults, as a part of adulting, is we got to be careful of our expectation of our friends, especially if it's expectations that you yourself can't live up to. If you can't do the thing that you're looking for your friend to do, you need to be in step and tread light on the thing you're asking that friend to do. Because it's not that you have to be able to reciprocate 100%, but you got to be able to live up to the stuff that you expect. If you can't live up to your own expectations, then you might want to change your expectations. Like that's just one of those things that I live by. I'm not gonna be the type of friend anybody, you know, that I'm not looking for. So if I'm not looking for somebody to talk behind my back, I'm not gonna talk behind your back. If I'm not looking for somebody to not have my back when I need them, then I'm not gonna do that to you. You know, I am going to act accordingly, according to what I expect from my friends. You know what I'm saying? And if I expect it from you, then I for sure better be able to do that same thing. And I think that we as people on a personal level have twisted that up so many different ways, not just in friendship, but in relationships with loved ones as far as spouses and uh, cousins and just those relationships, period. We go into relationships looking for more out of people than we're willing to give.
Right.
And that's an unfair thing, but especially around friendship, because friendship is the family you chose.
Not
You
the
know what
one
I'm
you were
saying?
given.
Not the one you were given. So, like we said, everybody think family is, that top tier, when actually it's not. God gave me you. I ain't asked for you. Some of you I don't want. You know what I'm saying? And some of these family members out this, we share the DNA, we share blood, but for sure, if we weren't family, we wouldn't be friends.
This is 100.
You know what I'm saying?
And you
So
choose your
I
friends. You
chose
choose the
you
people
as a
you deal
friend.
with.
So actually, you are mostly in higher regard than some of my family, because I chose you to be with me, and I chose to confide in you, and I chose to carry you with me in my life. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely have to be ready to be the person that you're expecting of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So some people think family come first. In certain aspects, that's probably true. That's probably true. But when you stop for a moment and you think about when you're putting the invite list together for an event or a milestone that you are inviting people to come and help you celebrate, most people select what? Friends first.
It's friends first, which is kind of crazy. But that's who you spend. Like
That's
for
who
the
you
most
spend
part, you
most of your
spend more of your
time with.
time, as much time with friends as you do family. Friends more often than not, and it's other cases. It's situations where it's different, and that's all about your family dynamic. But for the
Yeah,
most part,
I have cousins that are friends.
yeah.
Yeah. So it
And
depends on the dynamics of the
and it's
family.
it's a thousand things that you tell your friends that you don't tell your family, your cousins, your mom, dad, aunt, uncle, brother, sister. Like you, it's a lot of things that you don't tell them. And for the most part, your family is where you learn how to be friends based on those relationships.
Them cousins.
And cousins relationships for the most part, because those sibling relationships can be a little bit um different, a little rowdy. But for the most part, those cousin relationships are where you learn to develop friendships, because those are not people
In
you
your
are
house.
in your house
Hmm.
for on a regular,
Right.
unless you grew up like some of us black people and we all lived together at
At some
grandmother's
point.
house at some point. Also, when it comes to when you're discussing friends, like there's different levels to friendship, but there is also the aspect of not taking everything personal. Like everything that goes on in a friendship is not a personal attack on your friendship.
Yeah.
Like it's some things that
Unless it is a personal attack.
unless it is a personal attack. Because I have people that I deal with that I don't that I have multiple I have let me not say a lot of friends. I'm not gonna say a lot of friends because that'd be in the strongest sense of the word friend, I don't have a lot of friends. There's a handful of people that I share certain things with, and each friend, it's maybe one or two friends that I have that I share everything with. Like they could say they know pretty much everything that has transpired in my life.
I'd say you probably have about 3.
And that's it. And then I have a friend who just the other day he was on my head, and I haven't known him as long as some of my other friends, but he was on my top about something I did that he felt I was out of order. We didn't end a friendship because he was being truthful, and that's what
Being real.
he was being real. He was being truthful and honest with me. I took what he said and I accepted it, and we talked it up and we laughed and we kept it moving. And he expects the same thing from me
Right.
when he's out of order. And that's the bottom line. People can't don't if you're truly friends, you can take criticism from your friend and you can keep it moving. It doesn't end the friendship because okay, it should be Corey, you were wrong
Right.
as a friend. You were wrong. What's next? How do we move on from here?
Right.
And you should be able to accept that as a friend,
Right.
that your friend is telling you you're wrong. Now we don't have to make a big scene. It ain't got to be a big public spectacle. Just pull me to the side, text me, call me. Hey, you were wrong. I felt you was out of order. Hey, that ain't what's up.
Yeah. I mean, we have these deals where, people want to, there are some people who are too high maintenance by way of friendship. I'm not that kind of friend. If you need to talk every day, if you need a good morning, hello, good night, good afternoon, how was your day? I'm going to bed now. My stomach hurt. I got to go to the bathroom. How about you? I am not the friend for you.
Right.
I do not talk to people that often. You know what I'm saying? When I really need to talk to people is when I really have something that is on my chest and I need to blow it up and get it off. And I literally ask my friends, am I all right? Like, am I wrong? Tell me. Because I know myself and I know that I can think on some things and my thought process on the thing might be way out there. And because
Out there.
I'm a little blunt, sometimes a little harsh, not on purpose, just character. It is what it is. That's literally a Leo trait that I do own, that I have. But I'm a little frank about things.
You're a little pit bullish.
Yeah.
Yeah, you once you get something and you don't let go until it's resolved in your mind, because you will, like, you think you can save and help everything and everybody in every situation, and you feel like everything and everybody has to be kumbaya at the end of the day sometimes.
Kumbaya, my lord.
And
Listen.
that's not me. Like once I've said my piece, you take it, you take it or leave it. We're not gonna keep going, getting in the back and forth. I will apologize to you as a friend.
Oh, I
I
love
will
that
do
new
that.
meme. Have you seen that new meme where it's like where I'm not doing what I'm not doing this year is going round and around in circles and back and forth with nobody? I am not doing that.
Yeah, see,
You know,
I've never done it.
that's that 40. You said that's that 40. That's one of them things.
Yeah.
But as a friend, I can be a little blunt. And it's not to hurt your feelings. I just say what's on my mind. And sometimes
No text.
I'm tact? Me?
Yeah.
Tactless? No.
No cool.
I don't see that for myself.
And most time people can't see themselves. They are not looking in the mirror. They don't see themselves. Most people don't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I know that about myself. So when I have something going on, I will literally call or text friends and be like, am I tripping? If I'm tripping, tell me I'm tripping. And they be like, well, I think you tripping and that's why you saying that. No, I don't know I'm tripping. I need you to tell me if I'm tripping because as far as I'm concerned, I'm all right. And that's my character. but I have been told so much over the years that I'm mean. So now I'm like, let me make sure I ain't, said too much, did too much, went too hard, talked a little too harsh or whatever, because that's not what I'm trying to do. Now, when I want to be rude, I just I say what I need to say, and I don't really give a damn how you feel about it. It is what it is.
Is that really?
Friends include all y'all.
Is that really good communication?
It's great communication. I communicated exactly how I felt.
And didn't give a damn.
And not a damn.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's awesome communication, isn't it? I'm telling you how I feel. I ain't leaving no room for you to figure it out.
Okay.
Now, I communicated something to you. I'll give you the opportunity to communicate what you need to communicate back to me. That don't mean it's gonna change how I feel.
Yeah,
it just means I don't really care how you feel. I'm gonna give you the leverage in the room to say what you need to say, though, and I'm gonna respect what you got to say.
And all the stuff in this,
but it don't change nothing.
It was mother's daughter.
Anyway, I am just the friend that you can. I'm a friend you can tell me I'm out of order. A lot of y'all can't be told y'all out of order. A lot of y'all don't ever want to be told y'all out of order.
If she's told she's out of order, how we gonna move forward after she's been told she's out of order? Now that's where the problem comes in.
No, that's no problem.
Okay. Sure?
Oh yeah.
You good?
I'm good. I'm good with being told I'm out of order because I can appreciate the person that tells me that.
Okay, well we have a comment or two or three or four.
Mm-hmm.
First comment was, that's how we get caught up to think everyone's perspective is the same as ours. Exactly. That's a big problem because all of us don't come from the same environment, the same upbringing, background, so our perspectives are different.
Common sense ain't common.
And it's another.
It's about what you were raised up in. It's about what was common in your surroundings. You know.
And it's I think sometimes you worry about your family being more judgmental than your friends, which is 1000% true. Family can be much more judgmental than friends, and that's why you have the joy and the opportunity. God gave you the luxury of being able to pick your friends.
Right, that's the family you pick.
And then they say, but at the end of the day, family is all you have, so you have to trust them as well. They'll be there till the end.
Family's not all I have, and all my family won't be there to the end.
This is yeah.
I cannot rock with that comment.
Yeah,
I respect it. I don't rock with it. I can't identify with that. I have family that can't stand me.
There's bloodline that's gonna be there. I mean, your bloodline's gonna be linked to the end.
It is what it is. But I tell you what, I bet you any kind of money that I'm gonna have a friend that I've chosen later on in life, and I know for a fact that I have a family member that, unfortunately, and this is really bad to say, but if one of the other dies, we may or may not even show up at the other's funeral. Now, that's some bull. Yeah. And on my part, it's not because I feel some type of way about them, but I know they feel some type of way about me, and literally the only thing that I did was say, you ain't about to disrespect my mama, you're gonna have to see me.
And they're always trying to tell somebody to see you.
They've been mad ever since.
140 pounds soaking wet, and always stand down, calm down, you 40. What
that was years ago.
It don't matter what Stanley told you.
Yeah, that was years ago. But what I'm saying is they mad at me for saying something that I'm supposed to say. That's my mom. You're my cousin, which means you on my level. So if anybody gonna have to have a word, it's gonna be me and you, not you and my mom. That ain't how that go. Stay in your place, stay in your lane. You're a child to my mother. I wouldn't disrespect your mother and your father. You ain't gonna disrespect mine. So if you do think you about to get out of pocket and disrespect my mother or my father, you got to see me.
Off the rails.
Well, I'm just saying but I'm saying I got family that I know ain't gonna always be there. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking to the comment. Mm-hmm. I got friends though that if I tell them, if you disrespect my mama, me and you gonna see, we gonna see by, and you know what's gonna happen? They'll be like, you're right, my bad.
This is true.
Okay, I'm just saying.
This is true.
Relevant but irrelevant. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that part.
We got to be careful of
The expectations we put on
the
others.
expectations we put on friends.
Mhm.
Again, especially if we're not going to live up to them ourselves, but also giving people or putting certain expectations on people that they ain't built to carry.
Same energy, my G.
Sometimes we want friends to, like I say, I have expectations of friends, but I have expectations according to the friend. Because I know some people ain't built to bring me soup when I'm sick. It just ain't in them. They ain't gonna do it. It just ain't that type of friend. Now they might, like I had a friend say, yeah, I might not cook you nothing, but I'll order you something and waiter it to your house. You know what I'm saying? That's their friend. But I have those friends that if I'm down, they coming. And then I have friends that if I'm down, they calling.
And then I have people
Who will see me when I get better.
let's see when it gets better because they ain't coming through
It is
one
what
way or
it
the other.
is.
But it is what it is. We have that level of understanding. So when you have a big word, understanding,
Mm.
when you have that level of understanding, then you don't have as many issues. When you have a level of understanding of where your friendship is, where the line is, where the boundaries are, you need to put the boundaries, set the boundaries, and draw the line.
Mm-hmm.
In all relationships, a friendship is
respect the line.
and as a friend, you need to learn how to respect those lines and boundaries. And that's on all levels of relationships. And that's a friendship is just another relationship. And it may not be an intimate relationship, but it's just a relationship. Everything is a relationship.
Right.
And relationships are built on trust, understanding, respect, communication.
Right.
And
I have friendships that people don't understand. And I'm used to that. You know, people not understanding my friendships. I'm used to that. But my friendships are like my family. Like literally, I handle my friends like my family members. And that's again because I chose them and they chose me back. You know what I'm saying? It's like a marriage. You chose me, but I chose you as well. You know? So
choose me and I'll choose you back.
that's a song? Okay.
I made the one.
Cool. So the thing is that your relationships in your life are never gonna, again, just like my marriage, might not be one that you would have. My friendship might not be one that you would have either. You might not be able to be my kind of friend. You know what I'm saying? And we need to be adult enough or emotionally mature enough to be able to be like, yeah, I can't be friends with you. We can't rock because you have certain things going on that
And there's
I can't get with, but you cool. Now when we going to a concert, we hanging out, we can hang out on that level.
and you shouldn't be beholden to not be able to adjust the level of your friendship based on experiences, circumstances. It shouldn't be no love loss. It should be an understanding. Things are different.
Mm-hmm.
I've grown, I've changed, I'm matured. We've had experiences that, it changes the level of the friendship.
Right.
And you have to be able to be adaptable in those situations. Because like my brother is my brother to the end of time.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, you would hope is your friend to the end of time, but your adjustments and adaptation to the friendship or the level of the friendship changes.
Yeah, because people grow and people
People
change.
grow, people change, people grow apart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all, I have two. Let me not throw out a number out of there, but I can count on one hand the level of the people who I've been in communication with since I was in middle school, as far as on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know plenty of people who, when I see them, it's all good. We talk. that I've been friends with since middle school. But for the most part, like, yeah, it's not many people that I have regular communication on that level. And some people have friends that they've been friends with since middle school.
Yeah.
But
And
y'all have grown together in the same space, and y'all, so it's, yeah, I just feel like the people who I was friends with in elementary school, we grew apart, and it's just different.
and
But
let's do this. Let's be able to identify the thing that we need to do most is be able to identify who's not your friend. Because a lot of us latch on and call people friends and never ever know how to really understand that that person is not your friend. You're calling them friend, but they're not acting like a friend. Like we said earlier, there's a baseline to friendship. I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm not going to stab you in the back. I'm not going to gossip about you. I'm not going to let other people, mishandle you in my presence. You know, things like that. Those type of things are baselines. I'm gonna love you through some troubles. I'm gonna be there for you if you need me. Baseline type things. That's basic stuff to a friendship. But some of those baseline items are not there in some of your friends. And we need to be able to say and be adult enough, strong enough within our own selves to be able to be like and finally be like, man, this person is not my friend. I need to recognize I might love them to death. And sometimes we don't want to say a person is and recognize and realize and come to the realization like really this person sucks as a friend. Like these people are not friends because we've put so much into that relationship. And because we've poured and done all these things and the relationship never met the satisfaction level that you would like to have it because you've done so much and you're waiting on that other person to step up and match you and they're never going to do it because they're really not your friend.
but they don't know. They don't understand what it takes to be a friend. Everyone doesn't understand what being a friend is, what the definition of a true friend is. And by definition, I'll give it to y'all. A true friend is someone, a true friend is, and then in bold, it says someone who you can rely on when you need it. They treat you with respect, and being around them makes you feel good. They have your best interests at heart. You feel comfortable with being yourself with them, and you can trust them. And that's by definition what a true friend is.
Right. Like we say, it's a baseline to things that have to be able to be done. That trust part is a big part. Um, because it's a bunch of different trust covers a multitude of things.
Yeah.
And
And it's a level. There are levels to friends. It's acquaintance. It's
yeah,
peer friend,
yeah,
close friend, and best friend.
mutual friends.
Yeah. So
Um, we have people that we're friendly with because you're a mutual friend of someone else, you know, things like that, and know your level or know that other person's level. Is always great to identify where you are on the level with someone so that you aren't thinking that I'm more to this person than I really am. Like communication is key. It's okay to really ask, like, where do you see what you think about us as a friendship? Like, where would you place me as a friend? Because I don't want to be, giving more than I should be to a situation.
and it's okay to have those conversations with your friends. It's okay.
Mhm.
Um,
I can tell you was not a friend. Someone that will, like I just said, the gossiping behind your back, you know, those type of things. Someone that will watch you make mistakes and not come to you and say,
and correct
that's
you. That's
that's messed up.
don't do that. That's not gonna be willing to tell you when you're wrong. A friend is
But I'll talk
not,
about you when you make the mistake, but to other people.
and a friend is not a yes man or woman. It's always someone who's going to have your best interests at heart, and they're going to tell you when you're wrong, and you're going to be able to have that conversation. You're going to laugh, cry about it, and keep it moving. You'll be mad at each other, like it's human nature. You get mad at your siblings, So that's something you need to really, when you're, and it's okay to say we can't be friends anymore. Like people feel like when they've grown and someone hurts them or does something to them that is just something they personally can't move past, then it's time to be like, okay, yeah, we need to move on. We can't be friends anymore.
And it ain't no announcement you need to make either.
And it's
Just change how you move.
And it still be love.
Yeah. Because there are people that you sometimes just have to love from a distance.
Yeah. And that's the best. That's an easy way to do it. With that being said, I think we're going to end this with some words of wisdom. You have words of wisdom? You got anything?
We can give them. Now what you got?
So you got something closing now?
Your 14 years.
In your 14 years of life?
Our friends. Come on with it.
Come on with it.
Y'all friendships, you need to know.
Yeah, y'all friendships different at y'all age.
FaceTime friends that you got.
Don't tell everybody your business. And tell everybody. You gotta have your select few friends. You don't even need to do it. You can just write down. But still, don't tell everybody your business because you don't want your business out there if something goes wrong. You can't trust everybody. And you don't need friends. You can be by yourself and be happy. That's my culture.
We have 14-year-old closure. You don't need friends. You can be happy by yourself. You don't have to tell everybody everything.
You should not tell everybody.
You should not tell everybody everything. What was the other one?
Because some stuff might.
You can write it in your notes. Journal. You don't have to share everything with everybody. Journal. And
and unfortunately,
that's
a lot of wisdom from a 14-year-old that I have seen some full-grown
adults
don't even understand that.
So y'all, we're gonna try to give y'all some words of wisdom from the 14-year-old at the end of every episode.
Depending on the episode.
She's not gonna be privy to every episode. But once again, this is Pastor for Perfect with Corey and Kynisha. We appreciate y'all joining us on the reboot. Once again, our previous episodes are available on wherever you find your podcast. They are streaming on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts,
all the platforms.
Your Mama Podcast, Your Daddy and Them Podcast. It's out there somewhere. You can watch live episodes on YouTube, Facebook. Passing for Perfect with Corey and Kynisha on YouTube, as well as Facebook. And we are going to say good night, Gracie.